Wait, this is going to be more like I have to be. Wait a minute. Are you breaking up with me? Set you free. Oh my God. Look, you know how hard this is for me? How many times I've cried about this? No, I'm not going. I'm not going. Not without you. I want a choice. I can't come with you.
Finn, don't be an idiot. You must stay with Rachel.
Whatever it is that you're going. We're going to Georgia.
Oh my God. Oh great, they're breaking them up again.
I need a chance to try and redeem my father, okay? Oh my God.
Oh God, they're breaking up. Oh God, I can't watch this. Wait. Fuck. Oh God, this thing's... Shit. Oh. Sorry, I didn't realise I had this on. I hope you didn't have to hear any of that. Anyways, I was going to do a video. I was going to talk about some MMA things. A couple of things I want to get off my chest first of all. Excuse me, my throat. I think it's better when I do videos that I do my MMA videos separately to the pro wrestling videos, because I think people would prefer that and it's a lot more manageable. Obviously, we've got the UFC coming up this weekend. I've talked about it enough to where I don't need to talk about it anymore, but two things I want to say. Bisping and Stan will be interesting. I think Stan could knock out Bisping, that's just my opinion. However, I wouldn't be surprised if Bisping uses some offensive wrestling and wins that way. Demetrius Johnson and Joseph Benavidez will probably be a shoo-in for fight of the night. I think they've got a lot on the line. The 125-pound title, the fact that the winner of this will be the first champion of that, and they want to establish the division and kind of get the division over. So I expect them to, I expect fireworks for that fight. Anyways, what I want to talk about is the rematch between Junior Dos Santos and Cain Velasquez, since that's going to be a few months, we're a few months away from it. Junior Dos Santos and Cain Velasquez is a match that I am intrigued by, especially now that there's going to be a rematch. And if you remember this time last year, I did a video and I said I felt that Cain Velasquez would win the fight. I felt Cain would win the fight. I felt that he had the cardio to wear out Junior, and that would be the key to the fight. However, the fight happened in November of that year, and Junior Dos Santos put him to sleep in the first round pretty quickly. And there's been a lot of talk about that fight and a lot of things that people have said. And one of the main things I heard was that both guys were not at 100%. Junior had a really bad knee injury, I believe. And Cain Velasquez, clearly, if you look at him, physically was not, fully recovered from his shoulder injury. So he was kind of rushed back for the sake of having this big show on Fox, the debut show on Fox. And it's interesting because Javier Mendez, the coach for Cain Velasquez, said that one of the game plans, or part of the game plan, was to attack the legs. And it's interesting now because we hear that Junior had those injuries to his knees and to his legs. What would have happened there? And yeah, things have happened. Junior put him to sleep. We were supposed to be seeing Junior Dos Santos and Alistair Overeem. That didn't happen, unfortunately, because of the issues with Alistair Overeem. And then we had Junior Dos Santos fight Frank Mir, Cain Velasquez fight Bigfoot Silva. And to me, I really want to see this fight again, because when Velasquez fought Bigfoot Silva and he came out and he destroyed him in the way that he did, in a very, very dominant fashion, I mean, put the fists to the guy and just busted the guy open and finished him in the way that he did, it enhanced Cain Velasquez. It made him look like the #1 contender again. And Junior Dos Santos came out and laid out Frank Mir. And I think that everybody right there said, let's see it. Let's see the rematch. Let's see Junior Dos Santos versus Cain Velasquez, #2. And a lot of people are saying, oh, well, don't do it. Junior put him out in the first round. I say, you know what? Do the rematch. Let's see what happens. And I think that the rematch goes like this. First, rewinding back to that first fight. If you've not watched a documentary, there's a documentary, and I'll put the link in the description box if you want, when I'm finished watching Glee. There's a link, there's a video documentary, fucking hell, I can't get my words out right. There's a documentary, a series on the internet, following the American Kickboxing Academy, and the pilot episode and the episode after that are filmed around the time Velasquez fought Junior Dos Santos, and they go into great detail as to what was happening and why things were the way they were. And it's very visible when you look that Cain Velasquez, he was still not 100% from the shoulder surgery. I mean, he's still trying to get his range of motion back, and it still looked like he needed at least another 4 to 5 weeks to kind of get that back before, the fight happened. And you can kind of see the atmosphere that it had and the effect that it had afterwards on the entire camp. There was a lot of, upset, bad feeling about the fight in a lot of ways. And it'll be interesting now. We fast forward, Velasquez is, from all accounts, more than 100% from the shoulder. He destroyed Bigfoot Silver in the way that he did, like blooded him up like it was a horror film. And now, in my opinion, I think the same principles apply that I said last year. If Junior's going to win this fight, it's going to be in the first 2 rounds. It's going to be in the first 2 rounds. He's going to put him to sleep in the first 2 rounds. That's the only way I see Junior winning the fight. Junior Dos Santos is an excellent fighter. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. He's the UFC heavyweight champion, of course. He's an excellent fighter. He wins the fight. It's the first 2 rounds. If we get past those first 2 rounds, that's where I think Cain Velasquez starts to win the fight. So to me, it's like Cain Velasquez has to weather the storm for rounds 1 and 2, and then he has to just take over from 3, 4, and 5. And I think he could possibly finish him in round 5, because Junior does get tired, and Junior has shown, even when he's in a fight that he's winning, like the Roy Nelson fight and the Shane Carwin fight, where he had perfect position, was dominating the fight, he was getting tired in that fight, and you could see it. So it makes me think, what would happen in a fight where it's more competitive, more back and forth? How much more tired is he going to get? That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of things. Well, the main X factor for the fight is, can Velasquez take Junior down? That's the one thing that everyone wants to know. Junior Dos Santos has shown amazing, and I mean amazing, wrestling defense. I've been so impressed with his wrestling defense, because he knows in his head, everyone's going to want to try and take me down. Not many people want to stand with me. I've got to work on my wrestling defense. And I think that people like Paul Daly and Dan Hardy, who moaned about, wrestling in MMA, could take a page from his book, because clearly he trained that aspect of his game for a long time. And look where he's at now. He's the UFC heavyweight champion of the world. So, can Cain take him down? I think Cain's a better wrestler than Roy Nelson. I think he's a better wrestler than Brock Lesnar, technique-wise. I think he's a better wrestler than Shane Carwin. And I don't think it's impossible. But I think if he's going to go for the takedowns, it's probably going to be a little bit later on in the fight. So that's really one of the other keys. And to be honest with you, we've never really seen Junior's ground game. To be honest, I don't think we've ever really seen Junior's ground game in MMA. We know that he trains with the Nogueira brothers. I believe he's a black belt. I'm not 100% sure. Someone correct me on that. I'm almost positive that I'm wrong there. But I know he trains with the Nogueira brothers on his ground game. So he should be, on paper, he should be excellent on the ground, but we just never get this chance to see it because no one gets him down, and that's a testament to Junior's abilities. So, as you can see, I'm talking myself out. Write some comments. Write what you feel. Tell me what you think. Do you think that Velasquez can beat him this time? As a fan of Cain Velasquez, I would love to see him win. I'd love to see him get that belt back. But then on the other hand, it's like a double-edged sword, because I want to see Cain win, but I really want to see Junior Dos Santos and Alistair Overeem. I really, really want to see that fight. You've got two strikers. I really want to see it. Now there's been things that have been said between the two of them. It's added heat to it. And it's like, I want to see Junior and Alistair, but I want to see Cain win. It's like, it's a weird territory. Anyways, I'll finish. Write some comments. Let me know what you think. Two more things before I go. I don't think Frankie Edgar should be fighting at 145. He was not struggling as a lightweight. He was an excellent lightweight. He was not, having problems there. I think that he was pressured into going down to 145 more than anything. He was dominating guys. Well, not dominating guys. He was the champion for a while. He never lost a fight where it was completely 100% decisive, where the guy put him away or they just dominated him for 5 rounds. It was always very close. And I think he should still be fighting at 155 in my opinion. Anyways, that's a completely different topic. Guys, you write your comments. I'm going to get back to the season finale of Glee, and I will see you all later.